Okay, Barbara, so you are a businesswoman and you've been very successful in your endeavors. And what I'd like to do is give you an opportunity to share with us, share with our viewers about how you made these moves, what was the start like, and the kinds of things that you do.
Thank you, Mark. Excellent question. As I mentioned earlier, I've been in business for 35 years since my first company, which I started at the age of 23 in the telecommunications industry. And ended up taking public on my 30th birthday and then retired at 35.
Wow.
So that was a wonderful journey with lots of lessons that I am able to share. But then I became a mom, which was a new journey in and of itself, and spent a good amount of time raising children with some special needs, which for me was like being the CEO of my children instead of being the CEO of my company. Yeah. And so all those lessons and experiences compounded, and then I re-entered the workforce and began consulting with other young entrepreneurs, sharing the gifts and knowledge that I had about how to make things happen, how to move their ideas and their visions and their dreams forward.
All right, so you said a lot right there. So let me back it up and slow it down just a bit. First of all, I do want to salute you for the work that you do in terms of being a mom. And really, that's a high achievement right there. When you talk about the business and so forth, you said that you moved the company, you started at age 23, and by the time you were 30, you went public with it. I mean, that's incredible. Can you tell us a little bit about that part?
It's important when I talk to entrepreneurs and understanding how does one go about building a business. And I believe it's about surrounding yourself with experts, listening to the marketplace, understanding the opportunity, and doing whatever it takes. You have to be unstoppable, you have to be fearless, and you have to be singularly focused in your vision to get your mission accomplished.
Okay, those are excellent tips. Thank you so much. Now, you're working with individuals, and you talked about the tips that you share with them. So you were working with Kiana and Adaptivities. Talk to us a little bit about that, the partnership, and how it goes.
I find that many entrepreneurs have an idea. They don't quite know how to translate that idea into action. Yeah. And it's only action that's going to move you forward. And so with Kiana, we were spending time trying to really reformulate the vision and understand the mission, and then lay out a path to accomplish that. An unstoppable singular focus, which will help her prioritize what matters most. And as I like to say, first things first. You have to do A before you can get to B. And it's just a matter of continuing to progress down that path.
Okay. I was thinking of the singular focus that you mentioned, because it sounds like channeling energy to make sure none is wasted, no distractions. At least that's how I'm hearing you. Okay?
Absolutely. And as I said, first things first, second things never. You know, you have to understand what is the priority, what is the mission. And there will always be things that come into your vision and your circle trying to distract you from that. But you have to stay true to what you know needs to happen first.
All right. I was going to ask you about challenges and so forth. Is that on the way to some of the large challenges that entrepreneurs face who are young?
All entrepreneurs face challenges, and you meet them when they arise. And many times you say, okay, so what? And you move through them.
Can you tell us a bump that you may have encountered, if you feel comfortable to share?
Well, I can share with you a bump that Kiana and I have encountered most recently, and that is with the using of some of the cartoon characters that she's been using to put on her site and to make the site user-friendly for children. And we found that after all her hundreds of hours of hard work in building these, that we were not allowed to use them commercially for business use. And as any entrepreneur would do, she regrouped, she found a new solution, and moved forward. She was not going to let that stop her. But those are the kinds of obstacles that show up all the time, and you have to be willing to say, okay, how high can I jump over them, or how fast can I move through them?
Okay, all right. So we've had our conversation, and you've taken us full circle with regards to your interaction with Kiana and working in terms of adaptivities. Is there any kind of last thoughts that you want to share with our audience, and from a business point of view, or Keen, or just in terms of working with special needs?
Well, I think from a business point of view, what I'd like to say, and if you think about the real estate world, there's one word that gets used all the time, and that is location, 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 right?
Yes.
In the business world, as an entrepreneur, I think it's follow up, follow up, follow up. and being unstoppable in following up on next steps, and ultimately any entrepreneur with the right mentorship and the right combination of experts supporting them can get to those goals and dreams by just following up, and taking next steps.
Following up. Okay. Well, thank you, Barbara. So we've had an opportunity to sit with Barbara Guterman, and we really enjoyed our conversation. Thank you for having us in your home.
Thank you for coming.
And allowing us to interview you.
My pleasure.
I'm Mark Bradley on behalf of AwakenWithMark.com and Kiana Walcott's Adaptivities. It's our pleasure to have you along with us on this ride. Thank you.